Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your January reading. And because this is the first month of the year, we're going to do a little bit of an extra bonus reading this month. We're going to look at one card for every single month of the new year. But first, we're going to just get started with a little bit of an energy cleansing, grounding, and protection. We're going to do this with Palo Santo. And I want to remind you that just because you're here doesn't mean that the Palo Santo isn't going to affect you. Just because you're not in the presence of the smudge, the smoke, or the smell, doesn't mean that the Palo Santo will not help to ground, protect, and cleanse your energy, because it's not the actual smoke that does that, but rather it is the spirit of the Palo Santo tree. So thank you, Sacred Palo Santo, for cleansing, grounding, and protecting all of our energy. Pisces, we're going to get started with a card from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle deck. This is my favorite Oracle deck by Kelly Smith. I call it my tough love deck because it's exactly that. It tells us exactly how it is. We're going to follow up with some additional decks in the extended reading today. We're going to look at some animal spirits. We'll do one for the month ahead, one for the year ahead. We're going to look at the Romance Angels Oracle, again, one for the month ahead, one for the year ahead. And finally, we're going to look at the Gods and Goddesses Oracle. And once again, looking at one for the month ahead, one for the year ahead. But for now, we're just going to get started with the messages that are coming through for you for the month of January. And then for each month of the year, we'll do one additional card. So spirit guides, spirit allies, angels, let me see, what is the opening energy for the Pisces collective for the month of January, please? Okay, I'm getting hibernation. I am not surprised to see this. You and I were the opposite on the astrological sign, and who knows, you might even be reading for a different area of your chart. Maybe you've got some Virgo in your chart like I do as well. I also have pulled the hibernation card for myself quite often. Going into January, the days are still short, the nights are still long. Your soul is calling for more time for meditation and rest throughout the month of January. So be sure to honor that for yourself. What else does the Pisces collective need to know for the month ahead for January? What else does the Pisces collective need to know? I'm getting restlessness, and I mean, these two cards go really hand in hand. Restlessness is about calming the waters of your mind, and we can do that when we go into meditation. When I see the restlessness card, though, I really focus on the waters, okay? So when you go to the water, it really is calming. It can calm our emotions. The water represents our emotions. You know that. You're a water sign, Pisces. But you might want to go down to a river, a lake, an ocean, a creek, something like that, and just sit near the water. That could really help calm the waters of your mind. You might be making a mountain out of a molehill. Maybe there's some obsessive or repeating thoughts that are going on throughout the month of January for you. And if that's the case, not only being around the water, but even getting in the water. So if you're like me and you're crazy and you like to cold plunge, maybe you want to try that out in the month of January and get in that cold water. It can be so great for the central nervous system. Or if you are more of a fair weather friend, and I am a fair weather friend, but for some reason I do like those cold plunges, then maybe, just maybe, you're getting into like a pink salt, pink Himalayan salt bath or something like that. But getting in the waters can definitely help calm the waters of your mind. If you notice that there's restlessness, that there's repeating thoughts, there's obsessive thoughts happening, again, making a mountain out of a molehill. And finally, for the month of January, what does the Pisces collective need to know to help them get onto their highest and their most aligned timeline in the month of January, please? Okay, I'm getting for you Universal Bank. Everything that you need to thrive is already here. Once again, going hand in hand with the cards that you've already received. So if you take the advice given in card number 1, hibernation, your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest, and you take into consideration that there is going to be some overthinking here, there is going to be some restlessness of your mind, and then you now receive the Universal Bank card, which reminds you that absolutely everything that you need to thrive is already here. It's already within you. Go into that hibernation period. Go into that rest period. Spend the month of January really focusing on going within, and you're going to find the answers to whatever challenges, whatever conflict, whatever comes up for you in the month ahead. Now, if you are resonating with this, I would love so much if you would like this video and let me know down below in the comments as well. Tell me what you're resonating with. Tell me, if you've already received messages like this, if your higher self has already been telling you that you need to slow down, that you need to continue to go within to ramp up that meditation, those journeys, things like that. Let me know down below in the comments. And if you're new here, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button as well. It does support the channel. Maybe you know another Pisces in your life. Maybe you want to share this video with them to see how they're resonating with it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pull a card for every single month of the year. And then we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the January reading in the extended version. So if you're sticking around for the extended version, we will get a little bit more clarification on these messages that are coming up for you for the month ahead. So let's just get started with the first month of the year. So for January, we've already got a little bit of information, but spirit guides, spirit allies, angels, please share with us, what is the primary theme? What is the primary energy? What is the primary message for the Pisces collective for January 2025? Okay, we're getting mirror. So everything that's happening in your external world is a direct reflection of your inner world. We are all walking around as mirrors for one another. This is really important to remember when you're being triggered. Our triggers are our teachers. Everyone in our life is just a mirror for us. They're highlighting for us where we need to grow. They're highlighting for us where we need to heal. Even our environment, what's happening in our external world is a direct reflection of what's happening in our inner world. So, if our house is chaos, that's because our mind is chaos. If we're always experiencing a bunch of conflict, it's because there's a lot of inner conflict happening. So remember this throughout the month of January. And this hibernation in Universal Bank reminds you that you'll receive clarity and guidance through your journeys, through your meditations throughout the month of January. It doesn't have to be a conflict. This is definitely something that you can work through yourself. Spirit, please share with me, what is the primary energy for the Pisces collective for the month of February? Okay, I'm getting earth shift. So you are connected to the earth. And because of that, you're going to feel everything that she feels. Now, again, I'm getting the message here. And I said this already once for you, Pisces, going through the natural rhythms and cycles that the earth experiences as well. Like February is still a time where the days are short, the nights are long. So going within, looking at your shadow, seeing what needs to be seen, bringing to light what needs to be brought to light. With the Earth Shift card, I'm also getting the message that you are tuning into the collective energy. The collective energy, not just the energy of Mother Earth, but of all of her children as well. So the collective energy, unfortunately, can sometimes be like a little chaotic. Sometimes it can be a lot of anxiety, a lot of scarcity, a lot of fear. So be careful not to confuse the collective energy with your own in the month of February. That's a strong message for you. And then for the month of March, for some of you, this is your birth month. So happy early birthday. What is the primary energy for the Pisces collective in the month of March, please? Okay, I'm getting rejoicing. So come March, you're going to be celebrating. You have learned to make the most out of life. And I really want to encourage you to celebrate, okay? So for me, the real new year comes in the spring, like the summer solstice. This is oh my gosh. Excuse me for not knowing the proper terminology. For me, it becomes at the beginning of spring. The beginning of spring is the new year for me. January 1st, no. I'm still just like you. I'm in hibernation mode. But come the beginning of spring, that's when I am looking at reflecting on the previous year and setting goals for the year ahead. That is the real new year for me. And for you, I think it's very much the same, Pisces. You are going to be looking back at everything you've accomplished in the last year, not just the calendar year, but the last year, since last spring. What were the seeds of intention that you sowed last March? Okay. What goals did you set out for yourself? How much have you grown? How much have you changed? How much have you healed since last spring? This is about really looking at how far you have grown, celebrating how far you've grown. And remember, when we celebrate what we've accomplished, we attract more of that into our life as well. So really, really take that time to rejoice in the month of March, which again, for a lot of you is going to be your birth month. And for the month of April, what is the primary energy, the primary theme, the primary message for the Pisces collective? Okay, I'm getting core values. Follow your heart and make your values a priority right now. So this could be a lot of contemplation, a lot of introspection of what is truly important to you. What is truly important to you? For a lot of us, it's like authenticity, integrity, family, showing up in service. It's going to be different for all of us, okay? But for you, April may be an opportunity for you to really get crystal clear about what your core values truly are and making sure that you are in alignment with those values. Follow your heart, okay? If you're not sure what your core values are, get out of your head and follow your heart, and that's going to help you get there. And for the month of May, for the Pisces collective, the primary energy, the primary message, the primary theme, I'm getting generosity. It's a beautiful card. And look at that. We've got a master number 77 there as well. Giving with no strings attached is being called for you from your higher self. It's what's needed right now. Now, again, this is give with no strings attached, but I want to remind you that the law of attraction is always at play. It's a universal law. It's always at play. The law of reciprocity, of sacred reciprocity, INE, giving for you today to give for me tomorrow. It's always at play. It's a universal law. So even though this card is calling for you to give with no strings attached, make no doubt about it, what you give today is going to come back to you tomorrow. Okay. So yes, this card is calling for you to be generous. Be generous with your time, be generous with your gifts, be generous with your wisdom, be generous with your items. If you can donate your money, if you can donate your items, things like that, be as generous as you possibly can in the month of May, but make no doubt about it. Those good deeds will come back to you. They will come back to you. And then for the month of June, the primary energy for the Pisces collective for the month of June. We've got wishful thinking. And I mean, look at that. It immediately comes back to you. So you had generosity here, and then here you get wishful thinking. So in June, you have the evidence that you were able to successfully manifest something into your life. That's what the wishful thinking card is all about. You have been able to successfully manifest something into your life. One thing about manifestation is that we often give ourselves an upper limit. You've learned how to manifest something, but what that is doing, what that evidence is doing, is it is showing you what you could potentially manifest. Again, we sometimes give ourselves an upper limit. So in June, you're being called to ask yourself, what is it that I really want? Do I just want to make a little bit more money, or do I want to make a lot more money? Do I really just want to have a little bit more time off, or do I want to have a lot more time freedom? Do I really just want my boyfriend or spouse to be a little bit nicer to me, or do I want to have really passionate love? Don't give yourself an upper limit here. In June, it's really an opportunity for you to reconsider what it is that you're calling into your life. What are your true desires? What is it that you want to bring more of into your life? And for July, for the Pisces collective, apparently lots of messages want to come through for you, Pisces. For July, the primary energy, the primary message, the primary theme, that guy just went all the way around. Automatic negative thoughts, Pisces. So this doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be in a dark blue stage in the summertime, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to go through a down period. What it actually means is that you're learning to take charge of the thoughts that you choose to give life to. So remember, where focus goes, energy flows. So if you notice that you're having these automatic thoughts, July is an opportunity for you to switch gears. For me, I like to pattern interrupt. You know, our thoughts really affect our feelings affect our actions affect our overall results in our life. So if we work that backwards, if we can change our thoughts, then we can change our feelings. If we can change our feelings, then we can change our actions. If we can change our actions, we can change our results. So when you notice that you're having some automatic negative thoughts, they're going to come. We're human. Sometimes this happens. When you notice that you have automatic thoughts, negative thoughts, what are you going to choose to do with that in July? If you choose to just continue to allow these automatic negative thoughts to take over, then you're going to feel pretty shitty. But if you can pattern interrupt and change these thoughts, which we can do, we have a body, we have a mind, but we are a soul. A mind is just a piece of us. If we can change these automatic negative thoughts, we're going to feel a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Keep that in mind come July. For the month of August, the primary energy, the primary theme, the primary message for Pisces, I'm getting connection. You are very connected to the heavenly realms. Remember, ask and you shall receive. Yes, you are connected. Yes, you are intuitive. Yes, you do have spirit guides, spirit allies, spirit angels that are willing and ready to work with you at any point in time, but they're asking for you to connect with them. They're asking for you to ask what you want. Be specific, okay? Ask and you shall receive. When you hear the message more than once in the same reading, like that is a message to pay attention to. I don't often repeat myself. So if I'm repeating myself saying, ask and you shall receive more than once, then that's like your guides are telling me to say that to you. Ask and you shall receive. For the month of September, this is my birth month. What's coming up for the Pisces collective in September? We've got tough love, okay? Tough love. This is my tough love deck. It is time to be real and honest about something that you've been avoiding. Get real with yourself here, Pisces. Get honest with yourself here. What is this? Have you been avoiding drinking more water? Have you been avoiding meditating? Have you been avoiding exercising? Have you been avoiding eating more healthy food? Have you been avoiding having hard conversations? Have you been avoiding starting your book? Have you been avoiding starting your business? What is it that you're avoiding? It's time to get real with yourself in September. Maybe you see like, oh crap, the year's almost over and I haven't accomplished what I had set out for myself. I'm running out of time here. What is it? Only you will know. And please come back and tell me. Like, come back and watch this video later in the year and be like, oh my gosh, wow, yeah, you're right. If you are watching this video again later in the year and you're resonating with any of these cards that you received for the first 9 months of the year, let me know how this panned out for you. I'm super curious. For the month of October, for the Pisces collective, we're getting energy healer, your natural ability to heal yourself and to heal others is needed in the world right now. It's time, Pisces. It's time. Step into your role as a healer. Step into your role as a healer. October, you're going to feel more confident in this. You're going to feel like, okay, it's time. It's time and it's needed. The world is waking up at a rapid rate. We need more healers to step into their roles. We do. And remember, when it comes to your soulmate clients, they've already made soul contracts with you. They've already made soul contracts before you even incarnated on this earth. You were meant to work with them. You're meant to work with them. They're meant to work with you. And for the month of November, for the Pisces collective, the message that we're getting is environment. So come November, you want to be really, really mindful of the energy inside of your home. For myself, I smudge my home at least once a week. I train in Peruvian shamanism, and I was told once that they consider us to be disgusting here in the Western world because we don't smudge our homes regularly. They consider smudging their homes just as important as cleaning their homes. So if you have never smudged your home, it's like you've never cleaned your home. It's disgusting. If you smudge your home once a week, it's like, okay, cool, that's probably good. If you smudge your home every day, okay, great, your house is definitely clean. So how can you smudge the energy of your home, but also consider that every single item in your home carries with it energy. If you have a whole lot of shit, if you have a whole lot of stuff in your house, like what is the energy of each and every one of those items? A lot of those items probably have good energy, but some of those items, you're not looking at them, you're not touching them, you're not using them, you're not utilizing them. Maybe they carry with them the energy of neglect. Maybe they carry with them the energy of rejection because you're not utilizing those items. Maybe, just maybe, November is a time for you to purge, for you to clean, declutter, get rid of things. Maybe you have items in your home from an ex-friend or an ex-boyfriend, and those items carry with them the energy from that relationship that no longer is. Now is a good time to clear, clean, and declutter your environment. For December, Pisces, I'm getting for you fear. Your fears are keeping you from moving into the life that you deserve. Fear is like the ego's last ditch effort. After the ego's already thrown all different types of self-sabotage in your way, fear is like the ego's last ditch effort to try to keep you safe inside your comfort zone. Right on the other side of fear is that life that you're destined to have. So can you take action anyway in December? Can you move through that fear? If you find yourself in fight, flight, freeze, fawn, any of those, if you find yourself there feeling that extreme fear, can you still take action anyways into the life that you know that you're meant to have? Pisces, I really hope that this resonated with you. I'd love to hear down below in the comments. And once again, please do like this video, subscribe, share it with another Pisces in your life if you know somebody who you think would resonate with this. And I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into your January. We're going to look at some animal spirits, some romance oracles, some gods and goddesses in the extended reading. I'm going to see you over there really soon.